Now we're getting to the fun part. We're going to look at the best teams. We're going to start looking at, there's many different ways to look at building the best team without actually using them. So this is really based on the stats, on the data science that would give us the best team. So we're going to start with the kind of obvious way, the total. So we're going to look at the total, but we take it a step further, and I'm going to look at the standard deviation across the stats. And really the idea would be is that we want to look for the highest total, but also the most consistent of those. So one that has a good total, but really a good variation, a good blend of statistics across the statistics. So here what we can see is we are going to assign the standard deviation to a new column, stat standard deviation. And so we're going to look at the DF, and we're going to look at the legendary Pokemon first, sort values by the total, and we're going to look at sending false, so highest to the top, and we'll get the highest 10 Pokemon. We'll sort those again and then take the head, so just 5 from those. So we're going to take the top 10, and then of the top 10, we're going to look at the lowest standard deviation across the board and try and find the Pokemon that way. So highest total with the lowest standard deviation. And we find Arceus, Mas Mega, Kurum White, Kurum Black, and Mewtwo Mega are the strongest 5. And here we're looking at the legendary. We're using logical indexing to only sort out the false, so when legendary is not true. And we're going to sort the values from total ascending false. So we're looking at the top 10 Pokemon, and we're going to sort that and only look at the top 10 lowest stats, our lowest standard deviation. And we come up with Syllabus Mega, Charizard Mega, Blastoise Mega, Swampert Mega, and Metagross Mega. So lots of megas there. And we can see just a quick summary of our best in terms of the total scores. So Acerus, Latias Mega, Kurum White, Kurum Black, and Mewtwo Mega. For our non-legendary Pokemon, again, using the same method, Salamence Mega, Charizard Mega, Blastoise Mega, Swampert Mega, and Metagross Mega. So that would be the team that we would build. I'd be very curious if anyone could add their input and see if that really is a solid team. So next we're going to go by type. So Gamer Rant provided the best combination by type. So I'm going to look at these combinations and try and get one from each of these combinations and add it to a team. So here we're going to look for type 1 is water and type 2 is ground, and sort the values by the total. So again, using the total, but with those specific combinations. And so we can see here we have Swampert Mega, Swampert, Seismitoad, Gastrodon, and Whiscash are the top in terms of water, ground, sorted by the total values. Looking at the next one, so we're Steel Bug. We run this first one, we see that Steel is the primary and Bug is the secondary category. It just doesn't exist. We have no features or no rows in that category, no observations. So what we're going to look at is Bug and then Steel. So Bug is the primary and Steel is the secondary. We have quite a few Pokemon here, and the ones that were decided for the team was the Sisois Mega or the Genesect. Looking at poison and dark, we can see that we're going to sort by poison type 1 and type 2 equals dart, sort value by total. So again, looking for the highest total in that group, and we can see Drapion, Skunk Tank, and Stunky are our top features, and we chose Drapion because really it is part of the strong cluster, so we know that's a good all around with a strong attack type. So what we see here is the Ghost Dark. We're looking at type 1 Ghost, type 2 Dark, sort values based on total. But really we only see that there's only one value available, and that's the Spirit Tom, and it's a hidden surprise. So we would know right from this it would have a high special attack and defense. Looking at the Steel Fairy, we see that we're going to look at Steel as type 1 and Fairy as type 2. And again, looking at sorting by the total, and we have Mauline Mega, Kelfkey, and Mauline. So those few characters, and we see that Stonewall is the Mega. And looking at a non-Mega Pokemon, in case those are difficult to get, we look at the Kelfie as well. So our final team really focusing on only the ones with mega would be Swampert mega, Scissor mega, Drapion, Spirit Tome, and Mowly mega. So let's say the megas are harder to get, because really it seems like they repeat with the mega suffix or suffix. So we need to just understand that maybe those are harder to get, and we want to look at a team without just the mega. So we would go Swampert, Genesect, Drapion, Spirit Tomb, and Kelfkey would be our non-mega final team by type. So that's looking at the types that were suggested. So next we'll look at the best team by cluster. So cluster, group by cluster name, and then we want to do attack, defense, speed, and we're looking for the max across those, and we're going to sort the values by attack. So let's look at that cluster, and we can see attack, defense, HP, and we have legendary like have the strongest kind of across the board, highest max, and going down through that. And weaklings, as we know, have the lowest. So if we look at the legendary like team, so we have kind of two teams that really are good, legendary like and the strong. And so we're going to build our Pokemon taking from these two clusters to start. So we're looking at legendary like, and when the attack is greater than 65 and the legendary is true, so we see that we get quite a few Pokemon, Mega 2, Groundon Primal, Rise K's Mega, Dex Attack, and Karam Black. So quite a few, but because we're looking at the legendary true, I thought it would also be good to look at the legendary false so that we can kind of pick and choose if they're easier to find, and if we can't find those legendary Pokemon, we want to build a good team for kind of everyone that doesn't have the time to find those legendary Pokemon. And so here we find the Tyranitar Mega, the Garchomp Mega, Swampert Mega, Slacking, Blaziken Mega, Blanton Mega, Absolute Mega, and Agi / Blade Forum. And so we have lots of Pokemon here. And I just wanted to look at considering speed as well. We looked at legendary like considering attack, but I want to look at legendary like where we could get a high speed as well to kind of give us a good blend in our statistics. And we see that the Sceptile Mega has the highest speed in this group. So our highest speed is over here, so 145. So building our legendary like team, we would have looking at legendary true. So we would have Mewtwo as a psychic, Gordon Primal as a ground, Rizkaz Mega as a dragon, Dexos Attack as psychic, and Karam Black as a dragon. The next we have legendary false, so that would be using the Tyranitar Mega, Garchomp Mega, Swampert Mega, Slacking, and the Sceptile Mega. So this gives a good idea. We have built that around the legendary like team, but looking at the strong and Stonewall teams, which would likely be easier to find Pokemon because we're not dealing so much with the Mega or the legendary Pokemon. So looking at the cluster strong with an attack above 147, we have this group to choose from. So Gyros Mega, Glade Mega, Pinsir Mega, Heracross Mega, Beedrill Mega, and Rampardos. And so we have those, and those are all non-legendary Pokemon. Oops, we don't need that cell. So we're going to also look at the Stonewall when the defense is above 150 and attack is above 10. So we can see here we have the Aggron Mega, Steelix Mega, and the Avlung. So really looking at features, but we're using our clusters here to isolate the best of the best. And so our final strong Stonewall team would be Gyarados Mega, Glade Mega, Pinsir Mega, Heracross Mega, and Aggron Mega, sorry. And so there we go. I would choose, if I were to choose a Pokemon team, I might start with a strong Stonewall team because these would likely be easier to find and a good starting team, and then maybe work towards the legendary like team that we discussed. Please feel free to input your comments. What do you think? What is your favorite Pokemon team? And please let me know. Please let me know if you have any experience with these teams, and what are your findings? Are they the same as what data science has showed us? So thank you very much for listening today, and I will talk to you later.